Hello world, and thanks for joining me. My name is Mohit Deshpande, and in this course we'll be learning about querying databases. So databases are ubiquitous in pretty much everything that we do. Nowadays, every time you go to a website, odds are there's a database running somewhere on the back end that's helping manage all of your data. Definitely anytime you log into a website, there's a database that's going on that has all of your login credentials, and it's managing all that information. So they're ubiquitous, especially in companies. Any kind of large company you heard, they definitely have They definitely have and use databases on a regular basis. It's kind of the backbone infrastructure of their entire operation, and we're going to be learning how we can query these databases. So primarily, we're going to be focused on how we can query data. In other words, how can we ask questions about the data that we have stored in our database? So we can do interesting things like ask our database to retrieve a list of all of our purchases that we've made over the past 6 months that have cost more than $35. This is a kind of example query that you might hear about when you visit any kind of retail site. And this is what we're going to be learning about. We'll learn about how to query data. We'll learn about how we can do different kinds of sorting of the data that we already have. We'll learn about grouping and aggregation. And then finally, how we can take data from we can take different kinds of data and merge it into one, combine information across different datas. We've been making courses since 2012, and we're super excited to have you on board. Online courses are a fantastic way to learn new skills, and I take a lot of online courses myself. Zenva courses consist mainly of video lessons that you can watch and rewatch as many times as you want. We also have downloadable source code and project files, and they contain everything that we're working on during the lessons. It's highly recommended that you code along with me. In my experience, that's the best way to learn something, is to get your feet wet, so to speak. And lastly, we've seen that students who get the most out of these online courses are those who make a weekly plan and stick to it, depending on your own availability and learning style, of course. So Zenva, over the past 6 years or so, has taught all different kinds of topics on programming and game development to over 300,000 students, over 100 courses. So the skills that they've learned in these courses, in fact, are completely transferable to other domains as well. In fact, some of the students have used these skills to advance their own careers, to start a company, or to publish their own content from the skills that they've learned. Thanks again for joining, and I look forward to seeing all the cool stuff that you'll be building. Now, without further ado, let's get started.